had a look at like the last 6 or so movies that I reviewed, just new movies. All kind of stank butter. And it's also blowing my mind how much people like Black Widow, but that's fine. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about a 2008 Chinese action movie, Ip Man. Ip Man is directed by Wilson Yip. It's written by Edmund Wong and Chan Tae Lee. I'm sorry if I get any of these names messed up. And it's also starring Donnie Yen. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a Donnie Yen movie before. I don't recognize him. But I'll never forget him after seeing this movie. So Ip Man is, well, this is the movie. It's loosely based on his life. Very loosely based. I don't know for sure, but makes me feel like they took all these stories they heard about him and thought, fuck it, let's just put all these stories in because it'll create more fight scenes. Why not? So Ip Man's a teacher of Kung Fu. And alright, so the start's a little clunky. There's a little clunkiness in this. And it's a very kind of simply told kind of story, but it's so effective. It's always effective at doing what it wants and putting the point across that it wants to put across. And so it sets up Ip Man as this really good kung fu teacher, and then the Japanese invade. So this also taught me about a period of history I didn't even know about, which is the Japanese occupation of China, which lasted, according to this movie, about 8 years. And what happens is, like, there might be some spoilers here, but what happens is, like, he's poor and destitute now, and some people who can fight are going off to fight in these tournaments against these Japanese karate fighters. And some of them are not returning. They've been beaten to death and all this kind of shit. So Ip Man's like, nah, can't have that. I'm going to kung fu every motherfucker who stands in my way. So very simple plot. Told really well because I had no knowledge of this setting and stuff, but I kind of got it instantly. It was really good like that. I hadn't seen a movie kind of set like this. And the action scenes are just absolutely fantastic. You thought Steven Seagal was the master of just moving his hands really fucking fast? Nah. Donnie Yen just puts him to shame in that respect. And he can use the rest of his body too, not just his bloody arms. The story's really cool here. It can be told a little clunkily, but the emotion that they want you to kind of feel, I always felt, I got invested in the action. Even though, and this must be a thing that's going to carry through for all the movies, even though Donnie Yen, the Ip Man, never loses a fight. But I guess that's a good thing. He kind of rallies all these people around him and stuff. I thought it was a really cool action flick. But also a really good drama as well. Like, it's just... Why couldn't the last 7 or 8 movies I watched be like this? I don't mean old movies that I might have done in between the new ones. I mean the new ones. And the good thing I had once finishing this movie is I watched this with my wife and sister. They loved it. And I got to tell them as soon as this movie was finished that there were 3 more of these. Unfortunately, one stars a convicted criminal douchebag. But other than that, I can't wait. This is how prepared I am. I'm using a new phone. Not even sure how this is going to work. I didn't even write down my score. I'm just playing for time now, but there's not much to say or that I want to say. Look, this is a really good kung fu movie with a bit of heart, a bit of suspense and danger. The fight scenes are fantastic. It's one of those movies where, did I predict a few things? Yes. But the movie also threw me some curveballs too, which I appreciate. I like that. I don't like getting everything right. I like getting some things right because that kind of makes me feel good. And then I like to get a whole bunch of things wrong. And I did. Yeah, really cool stuff. The action scenes are fucking fantastic. And it left me wanting more. Like, even when each fight scene is just incredible. But after each fight scene, like, if I wasn't watching this with my wife or sister, I would have rewound it. I want to watch it again. Particularly Ip Man versus 10 karate fighters. Insane. So yeah, did I show the score yet? I'm giving it an 8. It's really, really good. And it's on Netflix. I think they all are. So no excuses. Unless you're one of those weirdos who doesn't like reading subtitles. Then I'm pretty sure Netflix has a dubbed option. Just watch it. Do yourself a favour. And give me a like, dislike, share, and subscribe.